What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk. Channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss, it's crazy I have to even discuss this subject, but are most black men in America gay? Actually, I may not name it that. I may name it, are most black men gay in the U.S.? So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out and give you leverage to better yourselves. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Hope you get some out of it. So it's Father's Day. This is June 17th, June 16th, I'm sorry. June 16th of 2024. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope you have a blessed day today. But as I had a mindset of actually making the video about Father's Day, but one of the videos I made a couple of days ago where I said that that black women, older black women, are growing old and dying alone. I've had a lot of comments, a lot of feedback on that video, and it gave me a way to it gave me a segue for this particular topic, because a lot of the women that was up there commenting on that video, I would say probably more than 90%, alluded to the fact that one of the reasons why black women are growing old and dying alone is because most of the men that they would date are gay. Most of the black men that they would date are gay. Like basically like all the men that they want to date, they're gay, bisexual, whatever the case may be. I'm sitting here like, I mean, is that anecdotal? I mean, is that, I don't know, like that's kind of crazy to me, right? So I wanted to, do some quick research on the particular, that particular subject. And I found some interesting things that I want to point out here. So let's get into it. So are most black men in the U.S. gay, right? So I put an article from USA Today. The article is dated December 27th of 2023. So it's not even a year old, right? And the subject is, what percentage of the U.S. population is LGBTQ? New data shows which states have the most, right? So I'm gonna read a little bit of it. I'm gonna state some pointers, and then I'm gonna give my feedback as far as why I believe this is true or not true, right? So it says, and like I'm just gonna be jumping down between some of these paragraphs, because some of them don't really apply to this particular video, this topic I'm talking about. So it says, across the country, researchers estimate more than 5% of U.S. adults are LGBTQ plus, matching prior LGBTQ plus population data. Young people ages 18 to 24 are much more likely to identify as LGBTQ plus, according to the report from the Williams Institute at the University of California, Los Angeles. Now I'm gonna jump down a little bit here. Let's see. Okay, broken down by state, the report shows Washington, D.C., Oregon, and Delaware top the list for greatest percentage of gay and queer residents. I believe that because when I walk in D.C. during the week when I work there, I do pass by a lot of people that identify with the LGBTQ plus population. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a presence in D.C. Nothing wrong with that. I'd have no issues with folks identifying as being gay, queer, lesbian. Has no bearing on me whatsoever. I'm cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, based off of this article, I totally believe that Washington, D.C. is definitely one of the areas of the United States that tops the list as far as like having the biggest population. So there's one thing I wanted. Oh, here we go. So researchers at the Williams Institute, a leading national LGBTQ plus population data research group, estimate more than 13.9 million LGBTQ plus adults living in the U.S., representing 5.5% of the population. So let's break that down in the numbers to a certain degree, right? So we're talking 5.5% of the population of the United States. identify as LGBTQ plus, meaning gay, right? So this is not stating whether these folks are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual. It doesn't break that down at all, right? They're just saying the entire population that has been polled, right, or they identified through like DMV records or whatever case may be as being a part of this community, only represents 5.5% of the population of the United States as a whole, right? Yeah, it's bugs out here, y'all. So yeah. So if they only represent 5, so basically, so when you break that down, you know, even more when it comes to like just black men, it's less than that. It's got to be, because we're talking 5.5% of the population identifies as that group, not as identifies being just a black gay male, right? So, you know, and I mean, just giving an estimate, I'm thinking that, you know, if you break down 5.5%, you know, maybe I'm thinking 1%, right? Because you have a lot of folks that are lesbian, transsexual, bisexual, you know, whatever they identify as a gender, you know, that's what it is. And if we're talking 5.5% of the entire population identifies as this group, that means that I would say maybe a fourth or even less than that identify as being a black gay male. So how women are saying that almost most black men that they meet are gay, it doesn't sound right to me, right? And another thing here, so Gallup's last report, which polled a nationally representative group of 10,000 respondents, found 7.2% identified as LGBTQ plus. The number was highest among adult Gen Zers, or people born between 1997 and 2012, according to Pew Research Center. So I have to exclude that number too, because most of the women that I'm talking to are not going to be dating Gen Zers. You know, most of the women that I saw comment on that video was like my age, like mid 40s, some of them even older. Might have been some of the younger, you know what I'm saying? But like, are they dating folks that are in this particular generational group? Probably not, right? Because if you look at it from an anecdotal perspective, and even as a generality, most of these Gen Zers probably haven't built wealth yet. They probably are not in a stable position yet, right? So you have to take those numbers and exclude those, right? So the population of what black women are saying as being gay and black gay males even shrinks even lower, right? So one more thing I want to point out here, because I pulled up another article, if I can get to it. So I did a Google search, and this comes from the census, right? And it said that what I did was, the first thing I did was I put in what's the entire population of the U.S. as a whole. So so we're talking you know, male, female, doesn't matter, right? The whole entire population of the United States, and it rounded out to 333 million people. And that was a statistic from 2022. So we're talking 2 years ago, right? So population probably has grown a little bit since then, but I mean, probably not that much. So for argument's sake, we'll say that that's an accurate number right now, right? So then I Googled and I typed in what's the population of men in the United States, right? So that broke down to 165.8 million. So I took that away from the 333 million, and it was almost half, right? So we're talking half of the population of the United States is men. So you take that number, right, and you use that number, 1.658 million, and then you go ahead and you take away. Go back to the number here. I'm jumping around screens here, so forgive me, guys. Where's the number at? Lord have mercy. Okay, here we go. So I said 13.9 million people in the United States identify as LGBTQ plus, right? So you take that, so you take 13.9 away from 165. What did I say? 165.8. Yeah, 165.8, right? And you really can't even take that number away because that was folks identified as LGBTQ plus. So I said a fourth for that, right? So actually, let's go ahead and do the math right now. Let's do 13.9 times what I say, let's say a fourth, so let's say times 0.25. So that comes up to 3.4 million people, right? So that's an estimate. So I'm saying 3.4 million males, black males in the United States identify as black. And not even that, because it didn't even specify actual ethnicity. Can't pronounce that word. Ethnicity. My goodness, I'm not gonna try anymore. But anyways, so here's the thing, right? So I did that for stating statistics, but I wanted to show and demonstrate like how crazy it sounds for women to say that most men in America are gay men. And like I said, this is not a video to bash gay men at all. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with that at all. This has something to do with what these black women are saying, that's the reason why some black women are growing old alone, because because a lot of them said that they don't want us because they're gay. That sounds like an emotional response. That's what it sounds like. So doing these numbers, like it's I think it's a very anecdotal experience these women are having. What I will say is that social media and just the black community as a whole has embraced the LGBTQ plus to a certain degree, actually, I'm not sure if I want to really say that to a certain degree, because there still is a big stigmatism when it comes to being gay in the black community. It really is. What I will say is that maybe some of these black women that comment on this video, on that video, maybe they go to church, and the black church definitely have a lot of gay black men, but a lot of times not addressed. It's pushed under the rug. It's like, yeah, I know Johnny over there is gay, but he's a good musician, so it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get into the politics or the religious point of that, but all I'm saying is that I think that these black women are having a very anecdotal experience when it comes to meeting when it comes to their dating pool, and really trying to navigate and figure out like why there's not a big population of black men that are dating them. First of all, you have to make yourself available to be dated and to be courted. And I think that the modern woman, which I'm not saying these women that commented on that video are modern women. I'm just saying that, in the grand scheme of things, if these black women are dying alone old, right? It has to be some accountability taken on their part as well, not just men. One woman, I think, commented on that video saying that it's a job of the man to court women, not men. So it's the man's job to court women, not women court men. So it's mainly the man's job to make sure that these women don't grow old. I'm just paraphrasing, right? And when I saw that comment, I was like, well, first I'm thinking is that if that's the case, then black men are getting married, right? But are they marrying you? Are you making yourself available to be married? Are you marriage material? Do you present yourself as a wife, right? So anyways, I'm not going to delve into that particular topic. Maybe I'll do that in another video. But reading statistics here, right? By the numbers, is it a fact to say that most black men in America are gay, or in the U.S. are gay? I don't think so. I think that it definitely is a huge concentrated portion of the United States that have gay black men. But for women to say that their dating pool is cut off almost because there's a lot of gay black men that are around here, and like these men are turning gay, I don't believe so. According to the statistics, there's a lot more straight men than gay men that are available to date. They just don't want to date you. All right. So if you want to me to discuss a topic or a video that you think is beneficial to the channel, email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address in the description below. Final Fitness Info, Triple F, I'm gone.